Alright, so hello everybody. In this recording today I want to show how I will apply an icon to Drupal's Geysir. So to start with, I have some basic Drupal 8 Droopler installation here, and it has Geysir installed. So what is Geysir? It allows you to add paragraphs to content through the front-end UI. So I click the icon, and here I see already the paragraphs that were previously developed by Droopler for Droopler. And as you can see, here are some of them that don't have an icon. These are custom paragraphs that I created. I think Webform is the one that I created. And it doesn't have an icon, so it doesn't look well. So how do I add an icon? First thing, I will go and check where those existing icons come from. This will be an implementation of a paragraph that takes the web form and embeds it, like they already have embedded the form. Though they embedded the contact forms, and I want to embed web forms because I really don't use contact forms, because web forms are so much more powerful. They're, a wonderful forms tool for Drupal 8. So I will go and, oh, no, this was wrong. I'll go and check where that image comes from. I will inspect it. What is that? I will have to check that out later. But yeah, this probably comes because there is no content here, and it expects some last element in a row. But let's not pay attention to this now, to the JavaScript errors. Let's just inspect our image. So this is our image, and I see that it comes from, okay, here it comes from the profiles, contrib Drupal modules, custom DP images, DP form. Okay, so let's go there. We are going to web profiles, not to themes, Droopler modules, custom DP images, DP form. So here is our icon that we want to use. Now you can ask me, why don't I just go and add an icon into my paragraph types here, like into the admin structure paragraph types. It has this icon field, when you edit your paragraph type, you can add an icon here. And as you can probably see, none of these existing Drupal paragraphs have those icons. And there is actually a reason why they didn't add them through the edit UI. And this is because if you edit and add your icon like this, it will get saved to your files folder. And if you use Git to manage your code, like you probably should, then they will not be added. You will lose them. That's why they are added differently. So what we will do is we will get that icon and we will copy it into our folder, and we will add it to our paragraph in code. Not to the paragraph, but to the form that shows it. Of course, we cannot edit this existing module, so we will copy it over. Copy. Why? Like this. Okay, we copy it. And we go to our own module. We'll create a module here. We'll create a folder in it called images, and we'll paste it here. Yeah. Okay, did it work? Yes, hopefully so. Yeah. So now we will create our module here. So we'll create the AMS Geysir module, and we will create the info file, which will tell Drupal that this is a Drupal module. AMS Geysir info YAML. Okay. Now for the info file, we'll copy something from an existing module. Info YAML, yeah, just the basic things. Geysir companion what? Company on module. Okay. Interactions with Geysir. Yeah, probably don't need this one. Okay, and here we will add the code, but first we'll need to add our file description. Our file will be support for Geysir interactions for AMS. This is just the site I'm working on, so but it needs to be descriptive so that if some other developer later looks at it, they would know how to work with it. So now we need to go and see what they have in here. Okay, so in the original Geysir module, and this module is here, and I found it by searching to the images folder. They are altering the form and they add those images into the form. So this is the form that they are altering. It's actually the form. Okay, sorry. I right click it and it works, but let me try to inspect it. This thing. Yeah, so this is actually the form. This is the form that they are altering here. So they are altering the form and then they search the images and they add them, which is a great thing to do. So let's just copy this over to our code. And this is hook form alter. This is what we'll have to implement as well. We don't need this. We don't need this anymore. We need this. So we'll first implement our hook. And it's AMS Geysir. Okay, sorry. It's function AMS Geysir form order. Yeah. And we will be altering, we'll be choosing this hook form ID form order, and we know which form ID it is. It is this form, so we'll just copy it over here into the form ID. Oh, rats. We cannot do that, so we cannot copy it. So it will be just form order. Okay, I don't know if it will be still compatible, so I'll move it out for now, and I will implement the function instead, a different one. I'll implement AMS Geysir form order like this. Okay. I think that's why they actually implemented form order, not form ID order, because of this ID, strange ID. And also because probably they had some other form, if form object, no. Yeah, I mean break, header, Yeah, they did some other things, but we'll only do that thing. We don't need this. So this long thing we probably don't need because it's too long. We'll just go and use the use instead, because we want our code to look nice. So we'll just do it like this, and then it will fit in the same line. Yeah, like this. Almost, but good enough. No reason to stretch it really. So now if we're looking, if the form ID is this, we are looking, we'll be looking in, this is the base URL. Yeah, okay, we need the base URL, I think. Root request context, module path. Yeah, but it will be our name here. It will be AMS Geysir here. And for each form description, as paragraph name attributes, file server path root. Okay, but we don't want to override the existing those paragraphs that already have icons. We just want to use it for the paragraphs that we added. So we need to add a list of paragraphs to which it can apply. And our applicable paragraph will be, what is it? Is it called web form? Just a second. Paragraph types, AMS web form. So it will, for now, only apply to AMS web form. Okay, so attributes. Okay. So we need to make sure, okay, actually let us do this with debuggers so we can better see what we're doing. For now, I'll just put my a equals 1, which is my debug code, and I'll put the breakpoint in here, but I will not start this yet. Oh, what is this button? All right. Now I will enable this Geysir. No, not this one. AMS Geysir. Oh, I need to rename this first before I enable it. It will be AMS web form. This is nice how Droopler people have built this distribution. Really enjoying working with it. Okay, so it's AMS Geysir. I'll enable it with drush. AMS Geysir, and we will now see if it enables correctly. Yeah, it was enabled correctly. I'm not pre-doing or pre-recording anything, so if I have errors, you will see that. Okay, so now let us reload the page. And we expect that when we show this form that this thing will get called. Yeah, it has been called, so we're doing well so far. And okay, so paragraph, the form description has paragraph names and their content. Okay, so yeah, we want to make sure that this paragraph name is inside this array. So we're going to make a check that will skip all the other paragraphs and only work on the ones that we need. So we will do it like that. If paragraph name, and it will be in array, We'll check if it's in array, paragraph name, applicable paragraphs. Only then we will run the rest of the code. Okay, so now we don't need this. And the rest of the code will run is that it will check for the paragraph name, it will check if the image exists in our AMS Geysir module, and then it will try to apply it. Let's actually see if we need to do any changes, because it may just work out of the box as it is now. Okay, so let us stop debugging and just go and reload the page, though probably we don't have to, but so let's see if that works. Oh, look, our web form now has this form image. So that was super easy. Not always can we get out by just copy pasting code, but when we can, it's always a pleasant surprise. Hope you learned something today. It's been fun for me. Bye bye.